But I think one of the things, so that is, remember, this is why there's an incentive. And someone said this is when you look at the American Rescue Plan, is if the Republicans know that something that benefits Americans is going to pass with Democrat votes only, then they're going to see something that they can't stop and they get no credit for, right? So what they did was the way that they set this up was what they would do in a bipartisan piece are the elements that the Republicans would go for. And what they'll put in the reconciliation half would be the portions that the Republicans wouldn't go for. So I you know, I'm not sure, and I think there's only a couple of bills. I think the parliamentarian and Senate parliamentarian ultimately rules, but I think there's only a couple of bills each year or each session that are eligible for reconciliation. But I think it was an ingenious move on the Democrats' part. Again, I don't want people to think that we're gonna move fast, and there's gonna be a lot of times in which we're gonna be pissed at some of the Democrats, not just Manchin and Sinema, probably other Democrats, for some of the maneuvers they pull as we try to make this happen. But I still feel overly, pretty good about it.
So then let me pose another question for you. Let's take away the logistical part. Let's say that this ends up happening. It happens tomorrow morning. Boom! It's in. It's passed both sides, right? The reconciliation bill and then the actual bill. Um, is this a victory for Biden regardless, or is it like he wanted 2.2? This one's I think closer to under one. Is it a because he caved, or is it that sometimes in negotiations you come with more than you expect to get, knowing that the other side is going to take some away? So do you think the 2.2 trillion was necessarily what Biden was going to get, or do you think he put that out there knowing it was going to be lower? Or how does the optics look if this were to pass tomorrow?
Well, if it were to pass, don't forget it's only going to pass. It's not going to go to front of the House if without the reconciliation element. The
Correct.
reconciliation element's going to have the money that's not in the
So you're saying
bipartisan.
it's going to be
The,
total, it'll be what it originally was.
it'll probably be close to what it was originally was.
Okay.
And that's why it's to me at this point, provided that Manchin and Cinema play ball, and that's going to be the problem. But if they play ball, if they follow through on their word, right? If they follow through on their word, the reality is that it's going to be pretty damn close to what he originally wanted, and that's going to be the beautiful thing about the maneuver. Uh, Something's going to pass. There is a chance that the bipartisan bill doesn't pass. But when you think about the walkback basically said that he'll sign it. So that means that if all of a sudden while the Republicans can sort of feel good, if for some reason the bipartisan bill doesn't pass and only the reconciliation does, Biden's going to sign that. But the thing is the Republicans, going back to Obama, have a horrible reputation of not following through on their words. So again, I think the Democrats have them where they want them. I think it will. I think it's going to be a first and foremost. It needs to be good for the American people. You and I work in politics. Obviously, I'm never going to pass up a political opportunity. But at the end of the day, we don't do what we do, or they don't do what they do for political reasons, or they shouldn't. They should be doing it for the best interest of the American people, right? So hopefully, this will first and foremost help the American people. And if it allows us to spike the ball, taunt the other team, and say how much they suck, I'm all for that as well.